everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Soul on Fire, Their Thoughts and Feelings. Stick around to the end of each pile because we will be doing initials at the end of each pile. Thank you for being here today. And you may notice I have a little bit different setup today with the emojis and with these little emoji keychains, and I think they're kind of cute. So we're going to use these to pick the piles today. You can go directly to the description box below to choose your pile, whatever you're feeling today. And I will be going through the piles here. We have pile number 1, which is represented by the emoji with the $ eyes and the $ tongue sticking out. So if you like that, you can choose pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have the wide eyes with the silly ironic mustache emoji. So if you're feeling that, you can choose pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have the winking emoji with the tongue sticking out. So go ahead and focus in on what emoji you are feeling today and what mood you're in and what emoji you would like to pick. Okay, are you in for the dollar bill signs? Do you like the ironic mustache, or do you like the winking face with the tongue out? So we are going to go ahead and get into the reading, everybody. I'm going to put the other piles aside and we will start with pile number 1. Okay, let's go ahead and do it for pile number 1. Okay, let us begin. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the $ emoji. Thank you so much for being here today. Stick around to the end of your reading as we will be doing initials at the end to verify your reading. And today's reading is called Soul on Fire, Their Thoughts and Feelings. So let's go ahead and get into the energy. Hope everybody is having a beautiful, gorgeous day. Let's go ahead and begin. Let's see. For pile number 1, please. Can you show me Soul on Fire, Their Thoughts and Feelings? Soul on Fire for pile number 1, please. Okay, I keep getting pile number 3, so maybe you guys also listened to pile number 3, or you're thinking about listening to pile number 3, but let's go ahead and get into it here. This is pile number 1, please. And we are looking at this person's thoughts and feelings. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting something about Black & Decker. I think that's a appliance brand, I want to say. I also feel like somebody could be doing some work to their home or to their deck or surrounding areas of their home. So I'm getting something about that. Pile number 1, which I just have to point out, we have the Princess of Swords here. So let us begin. Pile number 1, I'm just going to start with the cards and we'll move on to the tarot. We have the 10 of Wands. How did I know that this was going to come up? And we have the World card, okay? And we also have the Butterfly. Pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. You are about to enter a phase of expansion and growth, which will be highly beneficial for your future. Excellent. And I love that that came out with the World card right there. And of course, the 10 of Wands can feel a little bit exhausting, but these two also look like they're too caught up in the moment to really notice anything else around them. And let's see what else we have here. We have commitment phobia. Okay, so somebody who's has a history of being a commitment phobe. Okay, and it's interesting with this Princess of Swords in this deck because she looks a little pissed off and she is pointing a sword directly at this commitment phobia and somebody having a history of that. Okay, and so pile number 1, have you been a little bit mad at this person, or have you been wanting to have a conversation with this person regarding, and here's the thing with the butterfly, right? Because with the butterfly, somebody this person could be saying, oh, I'm changing, I'm turning over a new leaf, I'm turning over a new chapter. With the World card, like things are coming to an end. And, you know, the World card is definitely like the Fool in the sense that it's like the Alpha and the Omega. It's the beginning and the end. And, you know, the World card is also represented by Saturn when we think about what is the World card associated with in the tarot. And that does have to do with responsibility and, you know, kind of making somebody like the center of your world, but also with the Ten of Wands, how much effort and how much effort does that really take? And sometimes with longevity, some of the excitement goes away. A little bit of the initial rush or excitement can go away. But I do think that perhaps maybe you and this person need to have a discussion about where they're at when it comes to their idea of a long-term commitment. And maybe it's not appropriate to have that conversation yet, but I feel like you guys want to have it. And you know what's interesting about this Princess of Swords is that she has butterfly wings. And so perhaps there is an element here where you feel like, you know, you could change this person's mind about something, pile number one, but you're also maybe a little bit sick of the conversation, or you're wanting to change things, or you're sick of having the same conversation with someone over and over, or meeting the same person just in a different body over and over and over again. And I feel like when you do get involved, it's like, okay, I want to know how you feel about commitment and how you feel about moving forward, okay? And this person with the Ten of Wands could have gotten really, some people find security and happiness in long-term commitment, and other people find like they're drained by it, or they don't, for some reason it just feels overwhelming to them with this Ten of Wands here, okay? And you know, sometimes it's interesting with people, pile number one, like sometimes people that are commitment phobes will actually kind of hold back from kissing. Have you guys ever noticed that, pile number one? And some people that are kind of like more commitment phobes have a hard time with kissing, or kissing on the mouth, or like fully kind of kissing like that. And maybe perhaps that is an issue here. And like this person wants to be all out crazy and wild here. You can see her clothes are kind of ripped, and she's on him in a certain way here. But at the same time, like I kind of feel like you guys are saying, well, if there's really no commitment here, then I don't really want anything to do with this, okay? And so I do think that there is a change, or a change is necessary in this connection, pile number one. Like with the butterfly here, things need to change. We have you deserve rest. Seriously, take a break, okay? And this is with the Ten of Wands and the World card. Some heavy stuff, some really, really heavy stuff coming up. And I'm getting somebody here who slept on their neck wrong, or perhaps their arm wrong, or you know how sometimes you can sleep in an uncomfortable position and you wake up in the morning and you really feel you got rest, but you feel like you didn't because you slept in a really gnarly position all night. And I kind of feel like perhaps maybe that's something going on with you, pile number one, but it says you deserve rest. Seriously, take a break. And, you know, the Ten of Wands in the World card is about giving everything you have to a situation in hopes of, you know, a good payoff. But at the same time, I do think it's this person's turn to kind of step up to the plate and say what they need to say. We have past, lack, and suffering. So, you know, I can see where you're coming from, pile number one. I feel some of you here you're wanting to have a certain conversation and you're a little pissed off and you're a little tired of the vagueness or the beating around the bush. And because it's like past lack and suffering that you have experienced that have kind of made you get, and it's like, it's tiring, right? It's tiring giving everything that you have to someone, only to find out at the end of the day, like they're not willing to change, or they have a problem changing because of their past history with being a commitment phobe, which has probably cost you a lot of suffering. I feel pile number one. We have receive and open. Okay, receive and open here. And I do feel like this person is open to your comments and open to your point of view, and certainly like holding things inside and just pretending they're not there or holding things inside isn't really going to help the situation. I do think this person is open to your feedback, pile number one. They may actually be open to change, or this is about you and this person being open to hear what the other person has to say, and being open to feedback, and being open to change. Okay, and we have here Saturn and Uranus. Well, that pretty much summarizes everything that I've been talking about here. And Saturn being the energy of commitment, the energy of, persistence, of staying on things, of not giving up on things, of being a person that can be counted on, being a person that takes their relationships and their commitments quite seriously, versus the energy of Uranus, which is more like freedom seeking, novelty seeking. It's more about change and, feeling free, right? And this is where, like, a lot of people think if they're in relationships that their freedom is over, or that that's it for them, that's a wrap for them. And I do feel like this person is wanting to be open to change in their life, and they're wanting to change, I feel like. But I also feel like there's this struggle within them. They do have a struggle within them. And Saturn and Uranus are completely different energies, completely different energies. And, Saturn used to be like the limit in our solar system, right? And it is about limits. And maybe some of you here have put limits on some of the sexual experiences and things like that that you were having with this person until things change, or you've decided, you're thinking, well, maybe it's the end here, or I need to kind of, maybe there's time for an ultimatum. The World card could definitely be an ultimatum type of an energy as well too, and maybe thinking that an ultimatum may accomplish what it is that you're looking to have happen here, pile number one. But I do feel like this person is open to change. Okay, this receive open hand is towards the butterfly. Okay, this person does have a history of commitment issues, and they know it. I think this person knows it. It's not like they don't know it. And perhaps this has caused, negativity in their past relationships, and a lack of openness is also what I feel, or a lack of willingness to talk about something. Okay, but how to reconcile these two completely different, like, commitments, feeling like very heavy, very sobering, very much like feeling kind of like the weight of things on your shoulders, that type of thing, versus like the freedom to explore and do whatever you want. And this person needing to pay attention to the areas in their personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. And maybe you're the person that points that out, pile number one. Maybe you're the person that points out, hey, there are these things, like if you want to enter the next phase of expansion in your life, then these things need to happen, and so maybe you guys are the ones that are throwing down the gauntlet, pile number one. But I also feel that you're tired of that at the same time too, because you've suffered a lot in the past, because maybe you didn't believe in yourself, or you didn't say anything and you wish you would have, or you've dealt with a lot of this behavior in the past. And so this potentially has the ability to rub you the wrong way and bring some things up for you guys that perhaps are needing to be talked about here. And we have ancestors here, and then we have this under history and ancestors. And so this whole thing of freedom versus commitment and relationship runs really deep for this person, pile number one, and this person may have had a parent that, you know, cheated on their spouse, or they may have had in their, or just had people in their family lineage that have been dealing with these issues for a long time, you know? And here's the thing, like, are we going to take this seriously or not is the question here, because the World card definitely wants to take something seriously, right? And I feel like you guys want to know, does this person, like, does this even matter to them? Is this important to them? And are they taking this seriously? And I don't, and perhaps you guys, I don't blame you guys, pile number one, and perhaps you've had history of, in your own family lineage, of people, you know, a parental figure that had commitment phobia issues or was cheating, or perhaps you know that this was also in your family line, and it is time for things to change, and it is time to do things differently. And with ancestors here, we really have to dig deep, don't we, pile number one, to really get to the root of things and really understand where all of this is coming from. And, you know, here's the thing though, pile number one, is that's kind of exhausting too, right? Like, I also feel like this person is saying you need a break, pile number one. Like, it's your turn to receive. I feel like in this situation, pile number one, and you need a break from, because I feel you guys have been doing a lot of work to close old chapters of your life and to reconcile the old with the new and bring new things into your life. But this person's a little bit of a thorn in the side. I feel like, pile number one, like they're a little bit of a thorn in the side. And maybe you're laughing right now, like, a little bit, Natalie. They're a lot thorn in the side, okay? But there is a need, I feel. It's like, where do we stand here? Are you taking this seriously? And does this connection, you know, run as deep for you as it does for me? And let's find out a little more from the tarot. We have Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the lack and the suffering in the past with the Five of Pentacles, and a situation where something has really broken down. Like, it's a broken down palace over here. We've got the universe. Interesting. It's the World card. Okay, so we've got the World card twice, pile number one. And I feel like you guys are really good at taking like shitty situations and making them something good for your benefit. Like, you know, I kind of feel like you guys were handed a really shitty situation. There may have been times in your life where you just found yourself getting into like shitty situations, whether it's at work, things are messy, they're broken down, they need help. People that you're with, they're broken down, they need help, they're not where they should be. Like, you guys kind of taking charge of things and commanding things and making them better than what they were before, taking something that is failing and turning it into something successful is what I feel. And we have the Sun, okay? And then, oh, the Two of Cups. Okay, pile number one. I do feel like you and this person both want to take this connection. And I do think with the Ancestors card here, I do think it does run deep. I do think a conversation is needed, but I'm actually encouraged by the Sun and the Two of Cups, because I feel like this has the potential to grow in a really positive way in your life, pile number one. And, you know, I do feel like you're kind of at a fork in the road with this person right now. And there does need to be a conversation that's had. But I actually think the results could be better than you even expected, which Yeah, I do feel like there is, with the Sun and the Two of Cups, there's a reason to celebrate. And the Two of Cups is, to me, being on the same page emotionally about something. It's like we both feel the same way. We're both looking into each other's eyes. We both get it without having to say anything. Like, it's there, it's in our eyes. The feeling is there, the moment is there. There's real passion. And, it's so funny. Like, the title of this reading is called Soul on Fire, which, of course, the sun is the sole source of fire in our universe, right? And I feel like this person is saying, you make me feel really happy, and you make me feel really comfortable. You make me feel like I can be myself. Like, you make me feel alive inside. And I do feel like this person really does dig your energy, to the point, pile number one, where they are thinking about changing, and they are thinking about doing something different here, pile number one, than what they have been doing. And yeah, the sun is a very successful energy, as well as the universe here is particularly in this deck. It's like taking something that was broken, the Five of Pentacles, and turning it into like a masterpiece, or turning it into something that has longevity. And, I just feel the only thing I'm going to say here, pile number one, about this is that I feel a lot of times you get stuck with the heaviness, or you get stuck with the heavy lifting or the hard work of things. And, here's the thing: if there's like a payoff at the end of the day, or there's happiness and joy at the end of the day, then it's okay. But sometimes we feel like we put so much into something and we're holding it up all on our own, and yet it's not working the way we want. Okay, so I get it, and I get that place, pile number one, of being very overwhelmed by that. But I also feel like in this situation, this person is wanting to take something that's broken, that's not fixed, that needs to be put back together, okay? The world, the universe card, and then something kind of bright and beautiful, kind of flourishing again. And I feel like some of you have been kind of sad lately, and maybe this person has noticed that you've been kind of down, or you've been kind of sad, or the light in your eyes hasn't really been kind of what it was before, pile number one, okay? But I do feel like this person wants to cheer you up. I do feel like they want to be your friend, and they want to cheer you up, and they want to see you happy, is what I feel, pile number one. And they do want to return to joyful, carefree, excited times. And I do feel like this person's looking forward to seeing you. And I feel like once you and this person see each other, it's kind of like the questions and the backing and the forthing and the worry and stuff kind of starts to, it dissipates. I feel like, pile number one, okay? And I do feel this person is open to your feedback and open to where you're coming from. And side note, pile number one, you picked the emoji with the $ eyes there. And I mean, I feel this quality that you have of going really deep and taking things that have been broken and fixing them and turning them into something that works magically and beautifully, and putting all in that hard work and effort. I do feel like this is a quality about you, pile number one, that could make you very successful in the workplace, that could actually make you some money. That, for those of you that have been worried about that, I feel like, I know this reading isn't even about that, but I do have to say, for those of you that are like working really hard right now, I do feel like your projects, your work, your efforts are going to be rewarded plentifully. And I do feel like, you guys took something that was going sideways or off the rails and turned it into this masterpiece. And the people, for those of you that work for other people, I feel those people are going to be very happy for the work that you did. I feel you're going to be very proud of yourself as well, pile number one, for the work that you've done on yourself as well. And you're a person that doesn't half-ass things, pile number one, and I like that about you. And when you're committed to something, it is very deep for you with this ancestors card here. And I feel like with the sun and the ancestors, your ancestors are also coming through in this reading saying, we love you, we support you, you're doing great, keep working, keep your effort going. And but at the same time, I know you guys are tired too, so it's important that you take a break and that you rest. And I do feel like this person is trying to change. I do feel like there's things about themselves that they know that they need to change in order to come into harmony with you, Two of Cups, okay? And, you know, the Two of Cups is about, like, if you're looking at kind of like a love or romance reading and, you know, what the Two of Cups means in a physical type of a way, I would say it definitely means, you know, making out, kissing, touching. And remember earlier in the reading when I said some people that are very commitment phobic, they don't really even kiss that much. I do feel like this person wants to kiss you, and I do feel like they want to have fun and be joyful and enjoy things with you, pile number one, okay? And I feel like for you guys, it's like, okay, is the effort worth it? And, you know, with Saturn, things take time, right? We can't expect changes immediately sometimes with Saturn. And Uranus wants changes immediately, pile number one. So, you know, I kind of feel like there's a need to be patient here with what's happening in this situation. But perhaps as well, you also need to rest and take a break as well. So pile number one, let's go ahead and get some initials for you, my loves, okay? Mi amor, and pile number one. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, I just got that song from back in the day. I think it's Linkin Park. I worked so hard. In the end, it didn't even matter, or I tried so hard, but in the end, it didn't really even matter. I think it's called In the End by Linkin Park or something, but it's a song from like the early 2000s. But anyway, pile number one, they're saying in the song, I went so far and I went so hard and I went so far, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. And so, you know, there is a need, I feel like, to be more like lighthearted in this connection and have more fun together. And perhaps things have gotten kind of serious, or there's been a lot on your mind, pile number one. But I feel like, you know, things are going to ease up here with the Sun and the Two of Cups. Here's an E. We have a U. EU. Okay. An X. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we have a Z, E-U-Z, okay? So there's an X coming through here too. And U-E-Z, right? And I feel like you guys are like, hey, I'm not easy, and getting me isn't easy. And I don't want anyone to have the impression of me that like, I'm easy, because I'm not, you know? Pile number one, I get that. Like, if anybody ever called you like, overly simplistic or easy, I feel like you guys would be mad at that because you're not. But let's go ahead in the sense that you can take things that are very messy and make them better. But we have be here, be easy. You be easy. I feel like, okay, you deserve rest, take a break. You be easy. I feel like your guides are coming through to say that. You take it easy, all right? And you've been very busy. Business, BZ, like you busy. You've been very business. You've been a busy bee, B-E-E, okay? So very busy, very, you know, a busy bee. You've got a lot going on, so you got to take care of yourself, pile number one. We have an I, Wiz. Biz, B-I-Z, you biz. You're the business, pile number one. And we're in business over here, pile number one, okay? And I like that. I like it. Maybe this person works in business too, or we have gig. Okay. We also have wig, and we gig, or somebody who has business gigs or things like that. Also, you wig. Okay. Maybe somebody likes wearing wigs, or beg. I beg you. I-B-E-G-U. I beg you. Okay. So this person is like, I beg you to listen to me, or I beg you to be open to what I have to say. All right. If this person doesn't come correct, pile number one, they're going to be in the position of having to beg you for something. All right. And maybe you guys had an ex that wanted to change, but it was too late. Pile number one, and they like begged you to come back, but you're like, I don't think so. Okay. So that's really, I bug you. Okay. All right, maybe there's this thing of, I don't want to appear like I'm begging or bugging someone, things like that, right? But maybe some of you had an ex that like tried to beg you or bugged you all the time. But we also have big, biggie, or big. All right. You big. All right, let's see what else here. Okay, and we have the letter Y. Bye. Okay. Bye. I bug, I buy, right? I say goodbye, I bug you, and then I say goodbye to you. Like this kind of energy. Okay, guy bye, okay? As they say, boy bye, or girl bye, or whatever. If somebody is behaving that way, it's like, yeah, no, like, it's like, I beg you to come back to me, but then I'm also like saying bye to you at the same time. There's going to be a lot of on and off here with I'm saying goodbye, you're saying goodbye, this type of thing going on. We have the letter P, okay? Wipe. You wipe. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We have an F. We have an F. Okay. And it's kind of funny. Kind of funny, right? The initials are a little funny today, pile number one, but let's see what else we have here. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. And I buy few. F-E-W. Few. Okay. Few bugs. Also, somebody who works in IT that could be dealing with a few bugs in the system is something else that I'm getting here too. Like somebody who works in IT, but there's a couple of, we also had gig, like gigabytes, somebody that works in IT and there's been a bug or something. Something's been buggy, B-U-G-G-Y. Maybe you guys have some technology, but it's been very buggy or it's been breaking down a lot. Okay, there's an L there. All right, I feel like the word fluid is here. We're just missing the D, but that's interesting. And L, U-L, or maybe somebody hasn't been feeling well and has had a bug, you know, has been kind of buggy, or there's been something going around. Somebody's asking the other person, are you ill? How do you feel? I feel, F-E-E-L, I feel well. Okay, maybe somebody bugging the other person, hey, how do you feel? Are you like physically, are you doing okay? There's an I feel well in here. So somebody feels well or feels okay. We have a C, okay? And clue. All right. Hopefully there's been a clue for you guys in this reading. I also feel like Iggy Pop is showing up in this reading. So if there's somebody here who really likes Iggy Pop or is into that music, and let's see, anything else? There's life. life well or well life, like somebody who's into wellness or fitness, wellness, well life, okay? And is here. And file bug. A file got a bug in it, or a file isn't working like it should be working, okay? I am saying something about that. We also have glue. I glued. It's like I'm glued to you, okay? I glued you. I'm glued to you. Let's see. Anything else? We'll get one last letter, and it is the letter Q. Pile number 1. So do let me know how this reading resonated for you, my darlings, and if you found some resonance in this reading. Also blue, the color blue, somebody's sad or blue. The color blue is here. If somebody likes to wear blue or that's their favorite color, I'm also seeing that, okay? And so pile number 1, if you, so something if you, like it's like somebody wants to ask you a question here, or this person wants to ask you a question. I'm also seeing bull, B-U-L-L, bull, like the animal, the bull, all right? So I also see flu. I have the flu, okay? I flew, you flew, F-L-U, the flu, okay? So maybe somebody asking has the flu, or is asking if the other person is ill, or you've had the flu, but there's a lot of information here, pile number 1. I hope that this reading resonated for you, my friends. And I really did enjoy your reading, and I'd love to hear any thoughts, comments, or feedback. If you're wanting to go more detailed into your situation, you can always book a reading with me, and there's details in the description box below for how to book a personal tarot reading with me. You can also book a natal chart reading with me if you'd like to do that as well. Details are below. Thank you so much, pile number 1, and take care. Let's move on to pile number 2. Okay, let's begin. Okay, get a little spray action going on. Let's do it. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the ironic mustache, and we are going to go ahead and get into your reading. Today's reading is called Soul on Fire, and we are going to find out this person's thoughts and feelings. For you, pile number 2, stick around to the end of the reading because we will be doing initials to verify your reading. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you enjoy my readings, please do like, share, or subscribe. It does help my channel. Again, check out my playlists as well. I have tons of playlists and over 500 videos on this channel. Thank you so much for being here, and let us begin. We are going to find out Soul on Fire. How does this person feel towards my pile number 2s, please? Soul on Fire. Well, I like the cards right now, pile number 2, because they feel very light and easy in my hands, but maybe this person likes you in their hands. I mean, come on now. There's the 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, something that is really gelling. Let's go ahead and see here for my pile number 2, something that's really gelling or really makes sense in somebody's life. Let's go ahead and see Soul on Fire for pile number 2. So just trying to be as thorough as possible here, pile number 2. We've got the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Should I? Shouldn't I? She loves me not. So let's go ahead and see for pile number 2 what you've got going on here. We've got the Emperor. Okay, I like it. Starting off strong. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. I'm into it. Pile number 2. We have, ooh, pile number 2. We have the swan, and it says love here, 2 beautiful swans. You have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner, pile number 2. Remember that when 2 souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you've heard, all those things you have to go through were worth it, okay? And that's amazing with the swans here. Swans have always been a symbol of love and connection and beauty and harmony. They've also been associated with the planet Venus, which is the planet of love and beauty. So there is something very beautiful here. We've got, ooh, seduced. All right. Ooh, pile number 2. Oh, be mine. Hey now. Well, it's not even Valentine's Day yet, but this person's already seduced with the be mine and the seduced, and they're into it. Pile number 2. They are into it. So, okay. This is just a little advice for you guys. Pile number 2. It says, no one else is dwelling on your mistakes. Move the fuck on, okay? And so maybe like you guys are, it's interesting with this Fool card because she kind of looks like she's questioning herself or isn't too sure. And it's like, I've been wrong before, or I've been robbed in relationships before, or I've been wronged before, or I've been very off about people and I'm just not sure, okay? And perhaps you guys have kind of lived in that uncertainty, or you've been kind of dwelling on some of that in the past. But let's see, because it says here, no one else is dwelling on your mistakes. Move the fuck on. Well, alrighty then, pile number 2. We have family, home, and commitment. Oh my, and you see the 2 little sneakers there for little kid, it looks like, and somebody's wearing a wedding ring, and that's coming out under the Knight of Pentacles. So I mean, hey now, the Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, responsible, mature, going after what one wants, it's funny to me because as I was shuffling the cards, I got this kind of like feeling of wanting to be careful with something. And the Knight of Pentacles is definitely that energy of, wanting to be careful with something. And, the Emperor isn't really known for taking things slowly. Like the Emperor represents Aries energy. And the Fool as well is not known for taking things too slowly. But the Knight of Pentacles is more methodical. So I kind of feel like this person would like to maybe move things on quicker or get even more passionate with you than they've been, pile number 2, but they're trying to be, I feel like, cautious or careful about what they're doing here. So that is interesting. Oh boy. Yeah, we have attraction, Mars, and hot. And this person's breathing fire under these swans, okay? So, oh my gosh, pile number 2. Talk about soul on fire. There's the literal fire right there. And it says attraction in big black letters, and the planet Mars. And of course, Mars rules Aries. And I mentioned the Emperor. So again, this energy of this person, like, oh yeah, baby, give it to me, baby. All right, be mine. I'm seduced. I already want you. And Mars is quick. Mars is like boom, 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 quick, quick, quick. And maybe you have jumped into things in the past, pile number 2, quickly, or this person has jumped into the things quickly in the past, and you want to avoid doing that because you're interested in establishing a home. Maybe some of you want to have kids, or you want a deeper commitment, but you're looking for something that has longevity and has some, meat and potatoes to it. Pile number 2, okay? The 10 of Pentacles too, definitely looking for a solid, firm foundation where it's like, I don't even have to question this person or their loyalty. I don't have to question what they're about or who they are. Like, I already trust them as if they were family, okay? And maybe this person is already feeling this way about you, pile number 2, and is also very turned on. But let's see what else is going on. Ooh, hey now. You know what, pile number two? We have the moon and Jupiter here. And the moon Jupiter is like baby making music, okay? And also like that's some baby making music, or that's some action there. And you and this person together, pile number two, and I know not everyone is of childbearing age or wants to have kids, but there is some fertile energy here between you and this person. Um, and for those of you that are wanting a family, or, to have kids or be committed, I do feel like this person thinks that you would make like a very good person to have a commitment with, like to be with, or to be the mother of their children or the father of their children, or like this person sees qualities in you that are very like giving, loving, generous, open, caring. Yeah, and also too with Jupiter in the tarot, or not in the tarot, but Jupiter in astrology traditionally has to do with one's ability to have children, or how many children you have, or are your children plentiful. It also has to do with the ability to have sons, and perhaps maybe you do already have a kid, or you have boys, or a couple boys, pile number two, or maybe you've always wanted. I mean, it's just a blessing either way if you're trying to have kids, whether it's a boy or a girl. But I do feel like this person, for those of you, and again, I'm being a little traditional here, but I just have to say it, for those of you that want to have kids, I do feel like this person thinks that you would be a really good parent, or that you have like a very sweet and understanding and loving side to your nature. And the moon is very protective, and Jupiter is about growth and expansion. And the moon is also about our feelings and our intimate feelings. So I do feel like this person's intimate feelings and are expanding for you, pile number two. And like I kind of feel like this person was seduced pretty quickly, or fell pretty hard pretty quickly here. Um, but oftentimes, like, as you know, pile number two, when that happens, like sometimes things that start really quickly also burn out quickly. And, for longevity, we're looking for feelings to grow over time. But I think that that's really good with the moon Jupiter, as far as somebody's feelings growing over time. Like, it can start off as a really spicy thing, but then even deeper feelings develop over time. Okay. And I do feel like this person really digs like your vibe, your energy. You're very nurturing, you're very caring, you're very supportive, loving, pile number two. And this person's into it. They like a lot of different things about you, I feel here. And we also have the sage. Ooh, I like that too. So this person thinks, and I am getting someone with long, like long hair that has reddish hair, or auburn hair, or reddish brown hair. I am getting that right now. I'm getting Sagittarian energy specifically here, pile number two, but we could, there's Aries I mentioned. The Knight of Pentacles in the tarot represents Taurus. So there's a lot of different stuff going on here. Now, the Sage, I feel like this person really thinks that, Jupiter has to do with wisdom as well. I mean, Saturn does too, but Jupiter has to do with philosophy and the way that a person looks at life, and people's level of optimism and hope, and the ability to inspire others with their optimism and hope. And I feel like you guys really have that energy about you, pile number two, and it's contagious in a good way, where this person is like, okay, I don't want to fuck this up, Knight of Pentacles. I don't really want to fuck this up, because I like pile number two. And I do think that they think you're very cool and hip, like with the Sage here. Like they think you're cool, or you're hip, or you know a lot of things, or perhaps you're really into travel, or you just know a lot about the world, or this person just is like really impressed, I feel, with kind of your views on things and how you treat people. And like feels like you're a person that they could learn from, potentially, pile number 2. So that's really interesting here. Lots of nice things I feel like this person has to say about you. We have here the Wheel of Fortune, more Jupiter energy. There we go. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, I like that. Spicy, okay? With the Knight of Pentacles there. You're like, tell me more, right? Pile number 2. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Reach up and grab it. Ooh, the Lovers. Oh my goodness. I like it. Pile number 2. I like what's going on here. You know, and a lot of times I'll tell you guys the truth. If I don't like something, I'll tell you the truth. You guys know that about me by now. But I like this reading. This is a very positive reading. And I also feel like it's you believing in your future, and it's you going for the things that you want. And I kind of feel like you and this person are both happy weirdos, or you're both like fun, happy weirdos, or you both have similar things with the way that you look at the world or the way you analyze things. The Lovers in the tarot represents Gemini. So I did say Gemini, Sagittarius already. The Queen of Pentacles in the tarot is Capricorn, okay? But I do feel like, and you know, I feel like when you guys look at your future, you're very inspired. And I feel like this person's like, you know, pile number 2 is like a really solid person. And they're really like natural, beautiful, comfortable person to be around. And like your energy of like, okay, I'm not going to let what happens in life get me down. I'm going to keep my center. I'm going to keep my calm. I'm going to keep myself aligned to my destiny. Like I have faith in myself. This is beautiful energy. And you're really being encouraged to reach out and grab the things that are attracting you in your life, pile number 2, okay? And I do feel like this person's encouraged to abracadabra, they want to reach out and grab you type of energy, pile number 2, okay? Do you guys know that song from back in the day? Abracadabra, I want to reach out and grab you. I feel like that's what this person is saying. And they're thinking about their future too. They're looking at their future. You're looking at your future. How do our goals align? Where do we see things headed? And you guys are both, I feel like with this Lovers, you're both quirky. You both have a lot of questions about life. You both have an intellectual side to you as well. You both have silly senses of humor, or tend to kind of laugh at the same things. Or look at the way other people are in life sometimes, and it's like, okay, what are they doing? What's going on? And like the way that you guys analyze or look at things could be quite similar. And yeah, I do think you guys are, as the teenagers would say, pile number 2, I do think you two fuck with each other. You know what I mean? In a good way. Like, you know, if you were to talk, you're like, yeah, I fuck with that person, like in a positive note, and them to you too. And with the Lovers here, there can be a lot of creativity. There can be a lot of writing, poetry, creativity, like mental stimulation between the both of you. And both of you could have a side to you as well that are a little skeptical about things, or question things a lot, and question like why things are the way they are in the world. And the thing is that I'm getting here is this person is not bored around you, pile number 2. They're not bored at all. Like they're engaged in what you're feeling and what's going down, and they like your, I mean, we got the ironic mustache here. So the ironic hipster mustache. So I think we're all good here, pile number 2. I'm actually liking the energy. And you know, maybe maybe the one thing I would say, it's like, okay, maybe a person wondering like, where am I going to live, or where are we going to go? or because the future is like so open and open to interpretation, it's like, okay, we gotta maybe at some time figure out like if we're on the same page here or if we're both headed in the same direction. But I kind of feel like you both are, you know, I kind of feel like you are actually. And you guys have a lot of similarities with the Lovers. I feel you guys have quite a few similarities in the way that you think and the way you do things. And it's a real, this person's looking at this with this Ace of Pentacles as an opportunity to get to know someone really cool or spend time with someone who is like them in a way, or like somebody who's fun, cool, and interesting to talk to. So pile number 2, I'm into it. Are you into it? Let's go ahead and see. Let's get some initials out here. We have the letter P. We have I. We have C. You. Pick you. Oh my God. The Ace of Pentacles, this person like abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab you. Hey, I pick you. All right. I feel like this person could have a picture of you or be looking at a picture of you as well. Or perhaps they like to take pictures or they want to take a picture of you. I mean, this Queen of Pentacles looks absolutely stunning sitting by the moonlight at night. And I bet you this person could picture you sitting by, you know, at a beautiful night looking up at the stars and sitting out under the moonlight. I bet this person could easily picture that and picture doing that with you. So that's really interesting. We have an E there. Ice, okay. And I pick you, you know, I pick you, I feel like is what this person is saying. All right. Well, fire and ice, that's because we've got the hot fire and then we've got the ice, fire and ice, man. Pile number 2, what's going on over there, huh? You ice, you cool as ice, like in a good way. They're the fire, you're the ice, okay? Let's see, and they're gonna melt you with their fire. So let's see what else we've got going on here. Okay, we've got a W, okay? A W, we've got an F, okay? I woof you. I woof you like a puppy. I woof you. Pile number 2. We have an X here. And actually, you know, I feel like you guys iced out an X a while ago. And maybe you did feel cold as ice with someone in your past. But I do feel like this person feels like they have the power to melt you, or they have the power to bring that fire back. Okay. And, we're just missing the R, and then we would have fire here as well. Fire and ice. And here's an M. Mice, okay? Mice. We have the word femme, F-E-M-M-E. And that kind of reminds me a little bit of a femme fatale. Maybe you used to be one, pile number 2, or you like that energy. But mice, okay? Mice. And we have the letter Z here as well. Okay. And maybe someone had a pet mouse or something, or is really, really afraid of mice. But let's see what else we've got going on here. And if we had an H and a Y, we would, well, anyway, I do feel like chemistry is here for sure. Pile number 2. Let's get 3 more letters and see what we've got going on here. Okay, I guess we got 4. We've got the letter Y, wife, W-I-F-E, wife. What's going on? Did I just see that now? Maybe some of you want a femme wife, okay, for people here who like women. But, I mean, I just see the word wife here. So is someone trying to wife you up? Pile number 2, what's going on? All right, M or Emily could be here too. And let's see what else. We have vice. Vice. You're like this person's vice, or, oh no, what's lice? What is lice? Okay. We hope nobody has lice, but anyway, let's see. MILF, MILF. Okay, somebody in the connection. All right, I was talking about kids and moms and all of that. Somebody in the connection is a MILF, or could be a MILF. What's going on with the MILF action over here? Pile number 2, maybe some of you would make a nice looking MILF, but anyway, we have a G for gem. Okay, gem. Gem, as in Gemini. We're just missing the N, but that could definitely be short for gem or Gemini. All right, and let's see what else. And I'm looking for the O so we can have flog here, but you know how I am. We also have Meg or Megan here, and Leaf, Leif, like leaf, the name Leaf, and Emile or Emily, or a version of that name, like I said before. And I'm seeing the word Cecil. Maybe someone had a parent or an uncle or someone with that name, but I'm also seeing the word Cecil. So I just have to say that. We have a B here, okay? A B. Interesting. I'm trying to see. I fell. I feel like this person, I fell for you, is what this person is saying. Pile number 2, okay? And I'm sure there's a ton of other stuff here that I'm not seeing. Caleb is here. Caleb, the name Caleb. I'm sure there's a ton of other names that I am not picking up here, but I also feel like Beck, B-E-C, like Becky or Becca, okay, I feel like could be here too. And let's see, I think that I am going to leave it there, pile number 2. I hope that reading resonated for you, my loves, and I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback. That was a really nice reading. We have to celebrate those when we get those, don't we, pile number 2? For those of you that would like to go deeper into your situation, you can definitely book a personal reading with me, and there's details below in the description box for how to do that. If you're also wanting to check out a natal chart reading with me, there's details for how to do that below as well. Thank you so much, pile number 2, and take care. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's do it. We'll spray, and we'll ring the bell here, and we will begin. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the emoji with the winky face and the tongue out. Thank you so much for being here, pile number 3. We're going to go ahead and get into your reading. This reading is called Soul on Fire, Their Thoughts and Feelings. Let's go ahead and get into it for my beautiful pile number 3s. And also, we're going to be doing initials at the end. I'll just show you guys the initial bag here. So do stick around to the end of the reading because we will be doing those initials. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, pile number 3. Spirits, angels, and guides, please show me the energy for this person pile number 3 came here for, as it relates to Soul on Fire, their thoughts and feelings. Okay. Whew, I'm sweaty, pile number 3. I guess I'm on fire during this reading, but let's go ahead and see Soul on Fire. I forgot to turn on my fan, pile number 3. Now I am sweaty. Let's see. Oh, the 10 of Cups. I love it. I love to see it. Very beautiful energy. Very emotional and evocative of having like the perfect day, going for a beautiful drive and stopping to look at the setting sun, or just those very picturesque moments where we really have an opportunity to appreciate life. And I kind of also, I'm loving the flowers on here. Pile number 3, I feel like this person may want to send you flowers or give you flowers, but let's go ahead and find out what is going on. Pile number 3, it is 5:55 in your reading right now. If you can see my clock, it says 555 on it, 555. So I just looked up and saw that. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the Death card, okay? And we have Dog, loyalty. You may be feeling like those around you let you down or are not doing their fair share of the work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. Wow. Pile number 3, interesting energy, okay? And the 4 of Swords is like, say what you need to say already. And also with the 4 of Swords, there could be an energy of being on a break with someone as well. With the Death card here particularly, like being on a break, okay? And the Death card in the tarot also is representing Scorpio. So, you know, loyalty is a major factor for people that, I mean, for everyone in particular, but particularly for Scorpionic type people, loyalty is going to be a really big deal. You know, loyalty, integrity, showing up for people. And I feel like you're one of those people that you're there for them in good times and bad times, pile number 3. And so you kind of expect the other people to be like, in your life, to be like that too, rightfully so. And maybe sometimes you're like, well, I got a little bit intense, or I was a little bit too intense, and maybe I scared that person off. I'm also getting the energy of somebody like biting another person, but playfully, like play biting, or somebody who likes to bite a little bit. Okay, that's also very Scorpionic as well, like that likes to kind of bite, teasingly kind of bite. Okay, and let's see what else we have here. We have dancing through my dreams. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm also getting something about your hair, pile number 3. Very, for those of you, like you guys are like, my hair is always getting in my way. Or maybe sometimes when you guys are getting intimate, you have to put your hair up or tie your hair back because it gets in the way. But for those of you that have really beautiful long tresses, I do see that here. And perhaps some of you do like dancing, or you have a side to you that is very artistic, is what I'm seeing here as well. And so pile number 3, let's see what else we've got going on. And we have drowning here, dancing through my dreams, and also drowning, okay? And I feel like you guys are like, I need to know what's going on here. I need to know how you feel, and I need to know what's going on here, because I feel some of you have been wondering, like, is this worth it? Should I stick this out? Should I end this? Should I say something? I kind of feel, but I do feel you and this person had a lot of good times together, or there was real hope for this connection, or there is a genuine positive energy about this connection with the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And maybe you guys are like, well, am I making this a bigger deal than I need to be? Okay, and maybe what you guys are looking for is some reassurance, is what I'm kind of feeling. Pile number 3. Maybe you're looking for this person to tell you where they're at, because maybe sometimes you kind of assume the worst, okay? Or you think something's going on, all right? But this person understanding that what you need to see is loyalty, and, you know, like the fantasy and the overthinking and all of that, like the fantasy is great, not the overthinking, but the fantasy is great. But I feel like what you guys really demand and what you really want to see from someone is loyalty. Are they there for you? Okay. And I do feel like you've been in this person's dreams. I do think they've been thinking about you, pile number 3, okay? And on some level, I do feel like they know that they kind of like left things on a note that, like, in their minds, 4 of Swords, maybe it was okay, or they were trying to get you to open up about something, but in your mind, it wasn't okay with this Death card, or you were like, I don't know, and you feel like, I need to know where this person is at. Because it says here, you may be feeling like those around you let you down or are not doing their fair share of the work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. And so maybe that's something you guys are like, well, should I cut this off? How do they feel? What should I do here? We've got, ooh, that's so interesting, pile number 3, because I mentioned this person wanting to give you flowers or bring flowers to you. And it says on this card here, even flowers go through dirt and shit. Keep blooming, baby. Oh my God. Even flowers go through dirt and shit. Keep blooming, baby. I love that. And, you know, the Death card can represent that feeling of anger and wanting to cut something off before it, you know, because sometimes we go through bad feelings or a bad day or something and we're tempted just to cut something off, okay? But it says even flowers go through dirt and shit. Keep blooming, baby, okay? And I kind of feel like this person is giving you, telling you this, pile number 3. So if you had a really bad day or a really bad moment, or you feel like lately things have been really hard with this drowning card here, I do feel like this person is saying, you know, keep blooming, keep going, keep blooming. It's like they're kind of giving you an encouragement. We have trust in divine time. Wow. And that can be really hard. And as I mentioned, this trust is coming out underneath this Death card, this Scorpionic card, okay? And the thing is I feel like here's the thing, pile number 3, I do feel like you're ready to be like emotionally vulnerable. I do feel like you're ready to open up, 10 of Cups. And I do feel that you guys have a sixth sense about you, or a psychic sense about you, to tell if someone's lying to you or not, to tell if someone is just saying things to say them or if they really mean them. And I also feel like this person is saying, whether you're a Scorpio or not, pile number 3, I do feel like you have those deep eyes, or those emotional eyes, or those knowing eyes, where it's like, you know what's up. I feel, pile number 3, you have a good sense of intuition. I also feel like you guys have a good sense of when to talk about things or when to kind of leave things for later. But at the same time, that may have also made you feel like really crappy, because it's like, I want to talk, or there are things that we need to say to each other here, but, you know, I'm waiting for the right time or the right moment, okay? And the thing is, pile number 3, is I feel you are very capable of trusting another person. I actually feel that you are. And maybe in the past you'd cut things off when you got uncomfortable or things like that. But I actually feel like in this moment, you're doing your best to trust in the divine timing. Now, you're saying, okay, Natalie, like, I came to this reading asking for their thoughts and feelings, not my thoughts and feelings. And I get that. I kind of feel like this person with the 4 of Swords is kind of like chilling, you know? I don't think that they think that there's anything to, with the 10 of Cups here, I feel like they think everything's okay. So maybe you guys are kind of in your own mind going, am I overthinking this or what? And we shall find out. We have the Ace of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, loyalty, and particularly for Taurus people, is also very important as well, and also for earth signs in general. And somebody here could have Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And you just want to make sure, this is like the Ace of Pentacles, you guys just want to make sure that what you're putting your energy into will actually yield results, because time is precious, you know, and we don't have the most time in the world. And I feel like you guys know that because you have experienced loss before. I feel pile number 3, okay? And I do feel like this person is dreaming of you, thinking of you, but they may be under the impression that everything is kind of okay, or like not kind of okay, but is actually growing or doing well between you guys, pile number 3. So let's see what else. And you guys are like, well, maybe I'm being paranoid here or something, because I do feel like this person, and it probably has to do in the past with not being able to trust people in your past, pile number 3. But even so, I feel you're able to move past that. And with how they feel, what their thoughts and feelings are, the sun and the moon coming out here is a very good sign, pile number 3, that you guys are aligning. The sun and the moon are like, of course, the sun is all about the soul, and it is about the fire in the soul. And the moon is all about the feelings and the history and the past. And the connection between the sun and moon is ongoing forever. And it's very poetic when you think about the sun and moon together. It truly does represent union. And so it's good. It's yin and yang, basically. With the sun and the moon, it's yin and yang. And I also feel you guys are very sensitive and creative people, pile number 3. And as I mentioned with sun and moon, sun-moon conjunctions, people born like on a new moon and things like that, can be extremely creative individuals. And I do feel you guys are very sensitive and very creative, sensitive souls. But you also have that side of you that can be, in the past, I feel, pile number 3, that can be cutthroat if somebody isn't coming straight up with things, okay? But I actually feel like this person thinks that you two are compatible and that something is growing here. Ace of Pentacles, like something is growing. And I actually do feel that this person, for them, loyalty could be a big thing for them too. So let's see what else we have here. Oh my gosh, we've got 2 dolphins and we have the word play. Isn't that exciting? Okay. And, you know, when we're in the water, when we're in the 10 of Cups or we're deep in the water, it can feel like we're drowning or it can feel like we're playing. And this is interesting to me, pile number 3, because while you guys are like, I'm drowning, or I don't know if this is right, but this person's like, no, we're having fun together. We're playing, right? This is what we're doing. We're in the dance of love, or we're in the dance of like, or we're in the dance of getting to know each other. And there's a sense of play, as long as it doesn't have to do with playing with other people's feelings. You know what I mean, pile number 3? And I feel like you guys are very sensitive to that. You're like, don't play with my feelings. You know, I'm sensitive. I'd rather know the truth, that type of thing. But I actually kind of feel with play and the sun and moon and the Ace of Pentacles, and this person's like the 4 of Swords, like low drama. I kind of feel like this person thinks that everything is fine. Now, again, if you know, like you don't feel fine or you feel off about something, then of course, you know, that is something that you want to maybe bring up or talk about or share your feelings. But I actually feel like this person's excited to see you. I also feel with the dolphins here, there is a spiritual connection between you two. And somebody here could be a water sign or have heavy water in their chart. But 10 of Cups, I mean, I feel like this person's like, I want to like get to know you more. I want to talk more. I want to play. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy, like, let's be in the dance together, you know, in this yin and yang energy. And so, yeah, and sometimes when we get into having these feelings again for someone. It can feel like, oh my God, here I am, you know, I'm sliding into the deep end again. I'm a little scared here. And maybe there is a little bit about that you guys are like, yeah, I am scared, but I do want to trust and I do want to open up here. And I do feel like, you know, the name of the game here is reassurance or stability. Do you know what I'm saying, pile number 3? And maybe it's like a sense of reassurance that I'll be here, this type of thing that you're really looking for. And, you know, honestly, pile number 3, I kind of feel like if you were to suggest to this person that they weren't loyal or question them about their loyalty, they may get a little bit mad, because I do feel like, and this person could have been with somebody in their past that never trusted them, even though they weren't doing anything wrong. You know, so this person could be very sensitive, I feel, to being told that their like loyalty isn't good enough, or it's not what it should be, or being accused of things. And perhaps you guys know that, and so you're not wanting to come at it from that perspective. But I do feel like this person wants to have a nice time with you. And perhaps maybe some of you have been with people in the past who've played with your emotions, so you worry about that. But I think it's, I mean, let's look at the tarot, pile number 3, but I'm feeling kind of okay. But let's see. And maybe you guys are like, I kind of feel okay too, but I'm just wondering. We have the Chariot, okay? We have the 10 of Pentacles. Well, I like that. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Okay. And we've got Temperance. Wow. Pile number 3. Okay. Here's my thing. Pile number 3. Here's my thing. Do you guys like testing people sometimes? Okay. Or maybe you're watching this for another person and they like testing you sometimes. But we always kind of have to watch for that a little bit. We have to watch for like, you know, immediately assuming somebody is doing something wrong, or testing behaviors, or testing other people because of things that have happened in the past. I feel like you guys are tempering your emotions though. You're like, okay, I don't want to come off as, you know, testing someone or not trusting. I don't want to come off that way. And I feel like you're not coming off that way, pile number 3. I mean, maybe in your own mind, you feel like, oh my God, like I'm doing so much work, you know, I'm so bad at this or whatever. But I actually feel that you're doing fine. And I actually feel like this person's goal with the Chariot and the 10 of Pentacles, this person has a goal of attracting stability into their life. They have a goal of, you know, I feel like this person looks at, you know, what their parents had or what their parents didn't have, and they want, if their parents had a stable, lasting relationship, I feel like they're like, well, I want that too. Like, how do I make that happen in my life? And if their parents didn't, I feel like finding a sense of home and security is important to this person, okay? And I do feel like this person is goal-oriented about achieving their desires in life, not just relationship goals, but also like buying a house or work goals. Or I do feel like this person is goal oriented, you know, towards that. And I do feel like they're ready, and they get scared sometimes too. I feel, okay, they get nervous too, but I also feel that they're ready to move forward here with the Chariot to a stable thing, to a stable connection. And I do feel like family is important to this person, or forming a family, or family heritage or connections or traditions are important to this person. And I do feel that you'd fit in well, okay, with this person or their family or their friends or things like that, the people that matter to them, I do feel like you'd fit in well. Like, you know, and that's something that we have to think about if we're thinking about longevity. And I do feel like this is a connection that you could grow in, pile number 3, like, you know, that you would actually be able to experience some personal growth in this connection, okay? And, you know, the thing is to not, the thing is to just be natural and be yourself. And maybe that's a little hard sometimes because you're like, well, I can get really intense sometimes, you know, or I have this intense thing about me. I actually feel like this person likes your intensity though. They like that you go after what you want, that you're strong that way, okay? But it is about maintaining emotional balance as well. And you know what's so interesting is you can see the yin and yang symbol on each of these cups that this temperance angel is holding, and she's mixing them, okay? The yin and yang, the symbol is actually there, which is fascinating because I mentioned that multiple times, but it is about balance, and it is about, you know, and relationships do go through phases sometimes where tests come up, but I also feel like don't force a test. You know what I mean? Pile number 3, like don't force a test either. And some of you may be feeling like, well, would this person be loyal to me? Like, would they stand up for me, right? Like, if something did come up with their family, would they be there for me and would they stand up for me? And maybe that's really important to you guys too, to know that a person has your back. And I get it. I really do. But I do think that this person, I think they are into it, okay? And it may be, some of you may be a little bit because you think, oh, this person is a bit of a mama's boy, or they're a little too attached maybe to their families, okay? You know, sometimes we have to look at that in connections, pile number 3, and maybe that is something that needs to, maybe that is something that you've had to deal with before, because that can be really hard, particularly if somebody has like a really big family, but it's always kind of been you on your own or something. But then you want to make sure that your person is supporting you and has your back. And so, yeah, for those of you that are kind of on that tip as well, I do understand where you're coming from with that. I think you're doing a really good job of being present and being open and seeing where things go, okay? And I do think the whole like getting in touch with your emotions and the flow of things, but not letting them overtake you is a really good strategy. Like I think that actually will pay off for you, okay? And we'll see where things go, but I do feel like this person is trying to make something happen here, okay? And I do feel like they've got feelings for you, okay? And this person may actually bring you flowers, as I talked about, or make some type of gesture towards you. And yeah, so pile number 3, yeah, I do get the feeling with this even flowers go through dirt and shit keep blooming, baby, that you guys have been maybe alone or independent or on your own, and you've had to be very strong and self-sufficient in yourself. And you know, and letting go of a little bit of that independence and things like that, or letting go of some of the harder edges. I feel like pile number 3 is something that is going on right now for you, but your angels are here supporting you in this and supporting your personal growth, okay? And so let's get some initials here. Actually, like, here's where I'm at. Let's see where this goes, pile number 3. But honestly, I feel like this person, their thoughts and feelings are that they're happy and they feel loyal to you and they want to see what else is going on here with you, and are interested and moving something forward, okay? So that's what I'm getting from this person, but let's go ahead and see what else we have going on here. Let's get initials. We have VW, which always reminds me of Volkswagen. Maybe somebody has a Volkswagen. We have an L and we have an A. This is the first A of the day. Okay, we have law here. Maybe somebody works in the field of law or is wanting to pursue a goal as it relates to law or working in some type of legal profession, okay? So interesting, all right? And let's see what else we have going on here. Let's get some more initials, please. We have a T. I think this is our first T of the day as well, okay? Walt, that's an interesting name. Walt or Walter. Tall, T-A-L-L, tall. Somebody here could be very tall. And you tall, maybe you're the one that's tall, pile number 3, but Tallulah, or maybe somebody Tallulah, or a name like Tula or Tallulah. All right, let's see what else we have here. We have an H, hug. I do feel like, we don't have a G yet, but I do feel like this person wants to give you a hug and like tell you something nice is what I'm getting here. And let's see what else. We have hat. Okay, maybe somebody likes to wear hats and is very tall. We have a Y. Lay you. Okay, lay you down, pile number 3. This person's saying, let's lay you down. All right. Let's see what else we have here. I feel like yay or hooray could also be here. Let's see what else. LA could be Louisiana or Los Angeles, okay? Let's get some more initials here. Tay, T-A-Y, Taylor, or short for Tay. Okay, an X. You guys have been doing way better, though, I feel, with this temperance. You've been doing way better. Yeah, you guys have been slaying. Pile number 3, slay. You guys have been slaying. Like, you don't need that, you're very sassy as well, S-A-S-S-Y, but you've been slaying. And you know what? I feel you guys are ready to move on up and move on from whatever thing you were going through before, okay? We have lust, L-U-S-T, lust, and maybe some of you were with somebody in the past who was very out of control with their behavior, okay? But I mean, it's going good, or I feel it has the potential to go good here. Pile number 3, okay? It does. And slay, you guys have been slaying it. And we have the letter B, okay? Butts, B-U-T-T-S. All right, okay. Lay and bay, B-A-Y, bay. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we've got. I'm going to get 2 more letters and then we'll be done on the letters. We have the letter D. Okay. Daddy. D-A-D-D-Y. Daddy. You daddy. Okay. Well, I mean, alrighty then. Maybe somebody here is a dad or has a family to look after. Okay, because I do see daddy showing up in this reading, or maybe somebody, that's just a name somebody calls. Laid, L-Y-D, laid. And I'm getting something about somebody having a bad day Okay, BADDAY, a bad day or a bad birthday. Okay, and perhaps it's you guys, you had a crappy day or you've been having a crappy time and things are getting better, as we saw here with this even flowers go through the dirt and shit. Okay, and like things getting better or things improving here after going through kind of a tough time. All right. And yeah, happy birthday, HB. Happy birthday, but like it was a bad day. So if somebody had a recent birthday, but it wasn't a good day, or they had a recent birthday, but it wasn't a good day, Spirit is just acknowledging that. And we've got the letter J is the final letter here. J, Jay, okay, is here. And law, I feel like somebody working for, maybe someone's a police officer or works in some type of law department. I'm still getting something about that. Pile number 3, we have days. Okay. Maybe it's been a few days since you and this person talked, but in their mind, I feel like everything's okay. And we have BUDDY, buddy. And maybe it's like, okay, is this person just like seeing me as a friend or something? No, I don't feel like they just see you as a buddy or something, pile number 3. I don't feel that way. I feel like they see you as more than that, okay? Let's see, anything else here that I would like to call out? I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, pile number 3. Thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope that that reading resonated for you, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback. And if you're interested in going deeper into your situation, you can always book a personal reading with me, and details are below for how to do that. Take care, my friends.